Studied hundreds of the most successful YouTube channels of all time, and one thing I found in common is that a lot of them admit that for a single video, oftentimes it requires an extreme amount of preparation, work, and oftentimes post-production in terms of video editing, cutting the video, all sorts of these things that are oftentimes done by a team of people or that person spending 20 to 100 hours. A great example is film theorists. Their videos take 100 hours each to make for a 5-minute video. CPG Grey, Devin Supertramp, all of these channels have millions of subscribers, and you can tell one video takes a long time to make because they have to have a whole team to film it, and you can clearly tell there's a cast behind it. And then for a lot of these big prank channels, you can literally tell that there has to be someone else at least filming the whole thing and figuring it out. And again, it's a general rule that's not always true. Like occasionally you'll find one guy just killing it as a one-man show, but you get the idea. It takes a lot of work. Ola Soy-German, he's the #2 subscriber right now at 28 million and growing, and he makes 2 to 3 minute videos, and in total, in the lifetime of his YouTube career, he has about less than 100 videos on his main channel. That's not a lot, and these videos are quite short, and yet if you were to watch just one of them, you would know that the entire thing is very well scripted. There's a lot of comedy behind them. It appeals to the Hispanic audience, and literally like every 2 seconds is cut and edited in. One thing I found when I've looked at hundreds of new channels with like under 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers is that their videos kind of suck. And the point I'm trying to make is that YouTube works as a meritocracy. Is it a perfect meritocracy? Not at all. Nothing in life is like a perfect meritocracy. Some things can get pretty close though. And arguably, YouTube favors the top creators more than the younger, newer creators. I think that's one of the reasons why people can get away with just posting a vlog or video about them eating Chipotle or talking about their story at Chipotle and getting hundreds of thousands of views. They've over time built up that audience and relationship and personality with that audience for many years so that they can get away with that stuff once in a while. And obviously getting early into the game obviously helps. If you were to take most of these big YouTube channels and you were to force them to start from scratch and put them in an alternate universe where no one knew who they were and they had to start with 0 subscribers again, their videos would almost always be doing better than most of the videos out there. I've looked at hundreds of these new YouTube channels with under 100 or 1,000 subscribers, and most of the time their videos suck. They have no custom thumbnails, they have no intro, no branding, no real editing in their videos, a bunch of other stuff that these big channels put in the work to do. So in that way, I do think in a certain level it does function as much more of a meritocracy than a lot of things in life. There is a certain level of deservingness to the effort that they put in, from the thumbnails to the intro to the end card to the actual content of the videos. And then I guess the last thing that people worry about is that, oh, I've missed the boat, it's too late, YouTube's over. Now that might be the case if YouTube goes away in a few years or the internet dies, but here's the thing, from now until the death of the entire human civilization, internet video will be around, and I think YouTube is a huge platform for this, and I don't think it'll be going away anytime soon. And I don't think people have missed the boat. Obviously it's a lot tougher, there's a lot more competition, but if you can stand out or you can really appease to a crowd, you can grow very quickly. Even to this day, like in the last 6 months, I've seen some channels, namely their prank channels, which again, that's a very inflated market, a very saturated market with tons and tons of pranks coming out every day from dozens of prank channels who all already have millions of subscribers. And yet there's a few channels I've seen that have literally started from scratch and they have grown really well in the past 6 months to hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And my theory on what it is that, like it or not, these people are different. They do things differently just based off their personality, based off their relationships with people, based off the resources and geography and location and what they have available. And therefore they bring a different spin to it, and people like your specific style or your specific spin. So for instance, Wealth by Slayman, he is a pranker who did just this. Now he has about 300,000 subscribers in a very short time, and he's posted maybe 20 videos, and they're all pretty good pranks on his girlfriend. And he pulls out these unique pranks that no one's thought of, and it's always in this like boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and always the pranks are very harmless and really fun to watch, and the chemistry behind the two people is just unique in that way. And then you have your other prank couple channels, but they do it in different ways. Their pranks are more of a different type, and the way that they react to the pranks are oftentimes a bit different just based on how their personality is. And then you got a few guy pranksters like Big Doss TV. Literally, he goes to college campuses and pranks people in very specific ways, sometimes dressing up as a nerd and so forth. So he does a very specific type of prank in his own way. And I guess what I am seeing is that this is a great illustration in the whole idea, and I think this can apply to businesses as well, that you can carve out your own niche with your own special spin and your own special positioning, even in a saturated market, because people may prefer a specific type of person or a specific type of thing. And I see this all across the board.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me.
There's two big YouTube advice channels out there, and they both specialize on the technical side of how YouTube works and helping creators get better on YouTube. One's called Video Creators, the other's called Daryl Eves, and only 20% of their subscribers are the same. And the reason is because they have very subtle and just slightly different ways of doing it. Oftentimes they'll talk about the exact same topics, however, based off their personality differences, one is a bit more extroverted, one's a bit more quiet, and just the way that they present their content, they cater to maybe different people who prefer different things. That's all I gotta say. As always, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me.